What is up? Welcome, you crazy kids. We are going to be doing some pranks today, like regular grown-ups. Look at us. What is this? This is pathetic. It's hilarious. We have got some really great prank submissions this week. You guys did a great job at being more thorough in these submissions. There's a lot more thorough submissions. I just hope that, for the love of God, more people answer this week than they did last week, because last week we was just roadblocks all over the place. If this is your first time watching these prank streams live, you can have us prank your friends here in this space. We'll do it live. We do it at least once a week, sometimes twice a week, and we just try to have a good time. I do want to kind of stall here for a second, because people are still coming in, and usually the stream is up for a few minutes before we start. So it's going to take people a few minutes to find this, and I don't want to get too deep into the weeds. If you missed it, we did a couple of quick announcements here. We did an AMA, a surprise AMA on Monday, which was a lot of fun. You guys had a lot of good questions, questions I'd never answered before, which is kind of the point of an AMA. And we also did a show and tell where I showed and told about some things here on the set, this milk container, some fan submitted art that's in the background. We talked about Kill You, the crazy, horrible idea for a weapon that my cousin Garrett and I built as a joke a long time ago that you may have seen in the Mr. Timden Kill You video from years ago. It's about a 10-year-old video now. And I never told the stories anywhere about these things that you see around me. And some of these things you've seen in my videos as long as 12 years ago. So I thought it'd be fun to have a show and tell. And we did that on Monday. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. A lot of juicy tidbits of information in that video about, it won't be for everybody, but if you've been a fan here for a while and you like the videos, there's a wealth of information in that stream pertaining to the videos. Might be interesting to watch. So I also am going to be getting to, I wanted to address this. Some people have suggested making some kind of instruction on, some kind of instructional video on how best to fill out the prank submission form we have. This is an idea that actually I heard from my cousin Matt Gilbert first, who's been a regular contributor here for pranks. Actually, I see Matt in the chat. Hello, Matt. He's not here in the room. He couldn't be a booth boy today, but he did provide another person for us to prank. He said he's going to give me one every week, and we've got one today that seems a little less risky than the one we did last week. Last week he put us up to a prank, and we using Matt's information, but also maybe leading too much into Matt's information, I got someone really worked up in a way that was not. I just ended the joke. I just told them right away, like, this is a joke. I feel really bad. I can't do this anymore. So we have a much safer prank today that should still be really funny. We will get to that one later. But the point being, we are going to make some kind of video in the future walking you through the prank submission form and kind of describing the hopes and expectations we have for the kind of information you can submit that would make it more likely that we'll pick your friend for a prank. So we're gonna get all of this a little bit easier to understand. This is only the 5th time we've done this. I'm also kicking around some names for this prank call stream, which I won't reveal yet, but keep an eye out for an official name for what we do here. And with that, we're gonna start getting prepared for our first prank of the day. Gonna pull up this information. Today we're starting with a lady named Mary. Mary was set up by her husband, Caden, and they live on a small farm, and they have a bunch of ducks and a bunch of chickens and a bunch of, what else do they have? I'm looking here. What Where is that information? They have a cat, a dog, a bunch of ducks, a bunch of chickens, and a rabbit. And I'm going to be calling from the animal control department where they live and telling them there's been a complaint from one of their neighbors next door. And we're going to try to, a noise complaint about the ducks. And I'm going to try to offer a bunch of strange solutions to this noise problem. I'm also going to try to see if it'll work to claim that they are illegally, that they're not being cared for legally, like the location of them, because apparently they're being kept right up against the fence line, these animals. And so I'm going to try to claim, and it might be a dead end, but I'm going to try to claim that the location of these animals is problematic. And we're just going to, I honestly don't know what I'm getting into here. There's a little bit of mystery, but it seemed like a fun prank. So we're going to try. That's going to be our first prank today. So give me a second to digest this, and we'll dive right in. Okay. Okay, we're going to call. Also, quick update. I have found a workaround for some of these pranks in the past have been kind of location specific, meaning I've got a couple of phone numbers I use for these pranks. One is in Los Angeles, one is in New York. I just find that for at least for pranking people from call centers, those are two reasonable locations. So I've got numbers there. But some of you have suggested masking my phone number to be more location specific. Like, for example, here, the animal control facility I'm going to be calling from needs to be in Utah. So I have acquired a Utah phone number, and I'm going to be able to somewhat quickly change the number. It's not like an instant change, but if there are any pranks that you guys have that you want me to do but are worried about that location issue, just know that I will be able to get new numbers within like 90 seconds in the future, so even starting today. So I will be pranking this person from a Utah number, and we are going to jump right in right now. I'm going to be calling as Carrie Ingalls. He seems like the right character for this. He's always on the verge of tears, always a little nervous. And he's always got bad news. Okay, here we go. We are dialing now.
Hello?
Hello, is this Mary?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello?
Is this Mary?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Is this Mary? Hello?
Hello?
Testing, testing. Are you in a good signal area?
Oh. I think so now.
Is this Mary on the phone?
Yes.
Hi, Mary. This is Carrie Ingalls calling from the Harriman Animal Control Center, badge number 115. I'm calling regarding a noise complaint from one of your neighbors, the Densees family. They have reported some ducks and chickens that may be living in a unzoned area, may be being kept too close to the property line, and the noise complaint. Is this something you have some time to discuss at this moment?
I'm actually in the car right now. Could I give you a call back?
Well, it is rather urgent. I mean, we do need to acquire some information about the ducks and the chickens, and to understand that they're being properly cared for. And also, if you can just spare at least 90 seconds so we can gather some information, and then we can carry on later if that works for you.
Okay.
Are the ducks, would you say they are rather noisy?
Not that I've noticed.
Well, your neighbors seem to think so, and they seem to believe that they are being kept in a dwelling space that is too close to the fence. Do you have any information you can share about that? Are they too close to the fence for your area?
Not that I'm aware of. I did check the zoning laws.
Have you tried any any personal solutions to the noise with the ducks? It seems like they're quite vocal. I don't know what they're asking for necessarily, but I wonder if maybe they're getting enough to eat. I wonder if maybe you have tried muzzles. There are muzzles you can get for ducks, and I'm wondering if you've considered any of these things.
Okay, yeah. So I know that they are kept with they have open feed and water and everything. So I don't think that would be a problem.
So you're open
yeah,
to
I can
some.
Consider.
You're open to you're open to a muzzle. It sounds like.
Yeah, I would look into that.
Okay. Well, they also again, if you can just move them further from the fence, there may be no issue. Ducks are often happier not being kept in a dwelling place. I'm not sure if they're being enclosed. Maybe they feel trapped. I'm not sure. Are you keeping them free range, or are you trying to keep them in a domesticated dwelling?
I mean, they are free range. They have a pen.
A pen?
I'm not exactly sure the exact measurements of it, but it's pretty spacious.
How many hours per day are they penned up?
So they're penned up, let's see, for all day, but they're not, it's not like they're...
Oh, that's way too much.
In a coop,
I
guess.
That's way too much for a duck.
Yeah, so they have a small yard.
A small yard? And they're penned up? Do you think that's fair for the ducks?
Yeah, they do have quite a bit of space back there, so...
Well, you went from there being a small yard to quite a bit of space. Which one is it?
It's kind of both, I guess.
Kind of both. I'm concerned for the ducks. That's I'm not looking to prod you, but they are of my interest, and I'm concerned about the well-being of the ducks.
Okay.
You don't sound so concerned about the ducks. Are you planning to eat them?
No. I just happen to think that, I keep everything very clean, and yeah.
Well, I wish I heard more concern in your voice for these ducks. I mean, they're so helpless. They're helpless creatures, and you're there to care for them, are you not?
Yes.
Well, I'm just I understand you're in a hurry, and I don't want to keep you, so I just have one last question. Would you say that your husband is aware of this issue?
Yes, we equally take care of them.
Well, I'm not sure you understand my point. Your husband has set you up for a prank. You're on Julian Smith's prank phone call show right now.
Oh. Okay.
He set you up. Your husband set you up for a prank.
Oh.
You're not
that's really nice of him.
You're not worked up at all. I was trying my best to get some kind of reaction, and you were just chill the whole time.
Well, I wasn't really concerned because I know I take care of them. So.
Yeah, you do seem like you take good care of the animals. You're on our live stream. We do prank calls every week, and your husband thought this would be funny.
Oh my gosh. Well, he's gonna be sleeping on the couch tonight, I guess.
Hilarious.
Just kidding. We actually have a small yard for our ducks. He'll sleep out there with them.
Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Well, thanks for being a good sport. That was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Hope we didn't freak you out too much, but I couldn't not call you when I heard about all the ducks. Sounds like a lot of fun.
They are pretty fun.
All right. Well, take care and don't kill your husband.
No promises there.
He'll be sleeping with the ducks. That'll be the worst of it.
Yeah.
Take care. That was pretty good. It's so funny. Like, some of these people don't get riled up at all. They just stay calm the whole time. That's probably how I would be if I got pranked. I'd probably be a really unsatisfying pranky. Not least of which because I never answer my phone for anything. Okay. Next up, we're gonna try to call a pranky that we tried to get to last time that didn't answer. I really want this one to go through. This one would be so funny. This is to jog your memory. This was the person that we were going to call with a film production job. This person is a gaffer. They work with lighting. And I wanted so bad for this prank to go through, and they just didn't answer their phone. So I left a message. Some of you may remember I left a voicemail on their phone last time we called, kind of preparing them for this. So this is a bit of a campaign we have going to get a hold of this person, because I want to tell them about this film production job that we need their help with. We need someone to pinch hit in the G&E department, and we're gonna slowly, this person on the phone will slowly learn that this is no ordinary film production job. It is in fact an adult film production job, and in fact, he's going to learn some things about his involvement with this adult film throughout the call. It's going to be a massive surprise, and he's probably not going to like it. So we'll see what happens. I mean, he'll probably just be very uncomfortable. He's not going to hate it. He'll probably just think it's awkward, is the hope. So let's see here. Just give me a second to pull up this information. If you're new here, just bear in mind, we're doing this live, which is very atypical for a prank call show. Usually these pranks all get edited and cleaned up before they're ever released. And we do some cut downs of the good pranks, of the best ones, and release them separately. But if you're watching this live, there's going to be a lot of downtime in between the calls because I got to go through all the information, and I've already been through all of it, but it's just a lot for me to. I need it. The joke goes better if I can kind of reprocess it right before I make the call, and get into the character a bit. So a little bit of boredom between each call, punctuated by moments of tension. And I believe this person, I believe their name is Michael. I don't know for sure because their friend, Anthony, accidentally put his own name in the friend's name field on the submission form. So I actually, I'm like 99% sure the guy's name is Michael because we called his voicemail. Well, when we got his voicemail, I believe it said Michael last time I called. I probably should have made a note of that, but I didn't. Pretty sure it's Michael. I might give myself up here. And also, he might not answer because he didn't last time. 3 times in a row we tried him. And this will be Mr. Kerry Ingalls again. I feel like he's the worst person to relay this news. I feel like you would not want to hear this news from anyone you would rather hear it from anyone else than this guy. Is my feeling. No one wants to hear Kerry Ingalls calling and talking about an adult film. That's my sense. Okay, I think we're ready. Let's see if we can jump right into this one. Okay, I did make a note of it. His name is Michael.
Oh,
Hello, is this Michael?
yeah.
Hello, Michael. This is Kerry Ingalls calling about the film production job. I left you a voicemail about a week and a half ago. Never heard back from you, so I'm following up. Is now a bad time?
Oh, no. It's actually a good time. I'm on break, and the phone number came through like in a way that was weird, and sometimes it like my phone will like my phone does weird stuff about stuff like that. But now that you're calling, it's a perfect time.
Okay. Well, I was given your number by Carl Rocks. I don't know if you remember or if you've met him personally. I got your number through the grapevine a little bit, admittedly. But we need a pinch hit in the G&E department on a film shooting in New York in a week and a half. I can give you the dates if you're generally available at that time, but I'm wondering if we could discuss some of the details of the project first and see if it feels like a good fit.
Of course.
Are
Yeah.
you are a gaffer, correct?
Uh, I'm hoping to become a gaffer. Right? Like
Oh.
I haven't done too much gaffing work, but like if you get me there, I'm happy to help out and do anything. Right? In the gaffing department, Genie, whatever you need.
So what is it? I was told you were a lighting designer. Is that not accurate?
Oh yeah, now I specialize in lighting.
Oh, so what would you say you do with lighting?
With lighting, right? As long as you like, if you give me a scene, I can tell you what lights you need to get basically the look you're going for, and work with like your DP cinematographer just to like help them create the vision you're looking for. So like basically get you the equipment, the workload, and help you put that whole thing together.
Okay, well that sounds pretty good. Well, I do feel we should discuss the details of the project itself because we are having a difficult time finding someone to fulfill this position due to the nature of the project. Are you opposed to working on an adult set?
No.
Hello?
Oh wait, I said no.
Okay. Yeah. So
No, I'm not opposed to that.
this is an adult film. It's called My Best Friend's Girl, and it will be shooting for 2 days in New York, as I stated, in a week and a half, and it's the second week of June, and I do feel the need to be quite honest, since your lighting experience is not. You mentioned you're not a gaffer. That's specifically what we're looking for as a gaffer. Although the hardest the hardest role we're having trouble fulfilling is the lead actor. Are you opposed to being the lead actor?
I'm gonna level with you. I'm probably not your guy there, but I feel like keep talking to me about what you expect out of the gaffer position, and I'm pretty sure if we get the conversation rolling, you give me more ideas of what you're expecting. I'm pretty sure I can be your guy there, and we can get this taken care of easy. Because if it's only a 2-day shoot, Are you planning on changing locations all that much?
So you're saying you're
Or
not
anything of that
interested in being an actor at all in this film?
Probably not. That's
Why is that? If you don't mind me asking. We're just having a difficult time fulfilling the role. Is it the title of the film? We could change that. Is it
oh no, it's because I'm a behind the camera guy, right? Like you mentioned the role of gaffer. You're right. Like I'll be honest, I've
every
worked a lot of projects, things of that nature. So right, like when you mention lighting, regardless of experience or not experience, I know I could help you with that. That's like easy. It's my forte. But acting department, I've never done anything like that, so I'm not sure I'd be able to give you the best performance or things of that nature.
I can
I
assure
want
you,
you to have a good
everyone.
brother.
I appreciate the level of detail you're providing. I can assure you, everyone in the film is very attractive. A couple of people are on the older side, but everyone is very attractive. If that makes a difference.
Oh no, like it has nothing to do with that or things of that nature. It's more like gaffer is the title I'm aiming for, right?
I
Right,
do
gaffer is the
understand.
title I'm aiming for, right? So
I do understand. I hope I have not made you uncomfortable. Well, I do.
no, it's nothing like that. That's normal as hell.
Well, I do feel the need to inform you that your friend Anthony has set you up for a prank call with Julian Smith. You're on a prank call live stream with Julian Smith.
Oh, Julian Smith. God.
Man, I've been trying to get a hold of you for weeks, and you don't answer your damn phone. We've been looking
sorry.
forward to this one for so long. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Wait,
My
you know what?
heart started racing when you answered. I was like, we got him. Now we just got to get him.
You had me for a second. You know what? I was about. What would you have done if I'm like, I have my boss on the phone right now. I'm calling out of work. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm going to New York.
Well, we would have had a very different prank call prepared. I had a couple different scenarios to run with. I didn't know. I obviously don't know you. I didn't, and I had no idea what to expect here. But yeah, I'm glad that you were a good sport. Don't kill your
yeah.
friend. I hope you think this was funny because we all think it's hilarious. You're on a live stream right now. Everybody's
Yeah,
laughing.
bro. No, I think it's funny as fuck.
Well, I'm sorry to inform you there's no film production job happening in New York. And I'm also relieved to inform you that we don't need you to act in it.
Yeah, you know what? If you were a little bit more persuasive, I might have been that guy. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I didn't go too hard. I could have given the hard sales pitch. I went easy. I went soft.
Alrighty.
That was a soft core prank call. But take care of yourself. Thanks for being a good sport. And if you want us to prank Anthony, Anthony might be bad material at this point because he's been watching the show. But we'll get someone for you if you want. So he'll help you find this if you don't know how to find it.
All right. I got you.
Take care.
I'll be on the lookout.
Take care. See ya. Oh my goodness. I can't believe we got him. That was some slow brewed pranking right there. Gonna need some water after that one. We're on too good of a roll. What's gonna happen? Okay, we've got a really funny one here. At least it's funny in... sorry, I'm cracking everything and stretching. I hope that doesn't gross anyone out. I'm always cracking stuff and stretching. Especially during prank calls. Got to stay nimble. So this one is really funny in theory. I have no idea what this person is like and if they'll get into it with us. But... I'm going to be calling as Gerald Pritchard. This person works for Frito-Lay.
And it's a big enough company that I feel like it's okay to say that. They and the prank is specific to Frito-Lay, so there's no other way to do the prank without knowing that bit of information. Anyway, give me a second to pull up this information. This person is one of the many people there's in the Frito-Lay organization that are responsible for fluffing product on the shelf. Which I guess is a real term. I don't know anything about this, so I'm going off the information I have. But apparently, he's one of the people that makes the product look nice on a shelf and make sure it's not like, too saggy. I guess saggy chips. And his the person's name we're calling is Noah, and Noah's wife Taylor set him up to this. Love seeing married couples with a sense of humor. And his wife thought it'd be funny if we called in as some kind of higher up at the company that he's never heard of, that has been informed that his bag fluffing, his bag fluffing work needs to be more attentive because the bags aren't fluffy enough. I have no idea how this is going to go because I have no idea anything about this line of work or much about retail in general, like retail presentation. I know people do those things. That's about it. No personal experience with it. So I might out myself. I might say something dumb, but I wanted to try this because it seemed like a funny dilemma. I'm going to be calling as Gerald Pritchard. Today, Gerald Pritchard will be the Regional Retail Sales Director, which I figured was a title of someone that could live pretty much anywhere and would have no reason to meet this guy, but would also have a reason to talk to this guy, if that makes sense. So give me a second to digest this, and then we'll dive in. I'd say there's about a 50% chance this prank is not funny. And I'd say there's a 50% chance it's very funny. That's why I'm trying it. It could be a bust. Okay. Where would... I think Gerald would be calling from New York in this case. Thank you for that super chat, Shadow's Hand. You can find a link in the video description to the submission form we use for prank calls. Give as much, if you really want us to prank someone, you got to give us a bunch of detail. A lot of people send the submission form with just the bare minimal information. I very rarely choose a prank that has the bare minimum information provided because I don't know these people. And if I just, I don't like the kind of pranks where like the low-hanging fruit of calling a Pizza Hut and asking if their fridge is running. I think that's not a funny prank. So if you want me to prank someone, just be really thorough. Give me information that is like relevant to something they might be going through. Again, something not mean. It can't be mean. We've had a couple of pranks that we've had to apologize for because somebody gave me information that like either wasn't complete or wasn't accurate, and or they didn't know their friend as well as they thought they did. So please be careful. Consider me Ron Burgundy. Like Ron Burgundy reads whatever's on the teleprompter. Consider me very potentially detrimental to your friendship. Still digesting this information. Wanted to call out that super chat. Okay, let's just dive in. I'm also going to be using a slightly less aggressive. I'm going to be using a slightly more professional version of Gerald Pritchard's voice for the record. It won't sound quite like angry Gerald. It's going to sound like, like Gerald actually wised up and was capable of getting a job. That's what it's going to sound like.
Your call has been forwarded.
Didn't answer. He must be fluffing some bags. He must be tied up. I'm giving this a second before I call back. I see a chat from Newt about sending a really. Apparently you sent a really long submission. Of course, I don't know which submission you're referencing specifically. I can't tell that from your username, of course. But I just want to also make a distinction that huge blocks of text is also not helpful. Huge blocks of text is better than giving no context or information at all. But the best way to submit a prank is to think of it in terms of bullet points, because that's how I'm using these notes. I just keep the bullet points in front of me that I need to know, and then I can just very quickly, depending on that way, no matter what the person on the phone asks me, I have the information right there, succinctly displayed, so I can quickly find it, and I don't have to go searching through big blocks of text, if that makes sense. So it's something you're going to have to think about, and it's kind of a competition. Like, you guys got to probably need to think of it like a competition with each other to get your friend pranked, because I'm going to pick I have to pick the cream of the crop. What else am I supposed to do? It's like kind of the point. Okay, I'm calling again. He doesn't want to talk. When people ignore me right away, I'm apprehensive to call a third time. If it rings and they ignore it and it goes to voicemail, if it rings for the full 30 seconds, I feel less bad about calling 3 times in a row. I'm going to call one more time.
Hello?
Hi, is this Noah?
Yes.
Hi, Noah. This is Gerald Pritchard. I'm the Regional Retail Sales Director for Frito-Lay. Do you have a moment to speak?
I'm actually at the doctor's office right now. Is there any way I could call you back, or?
I'll call you, I'm going to call you back. My number changes. I'm going to try to call you back in the next week. It's no problem.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry about that.
Take care. No problem, buddy. All right, we're going to add Noah to the list of campaign pranks in progress. We'll call him again next time we do this. That'll make it all the more convincing. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Okay. We're going to get to This one's really funny. And I know Matt's here waiting for us to prank. Actually, maybe I should do Matt's first. I think he's running later, and I think he's waiting for us to get to his. We'll do Matt's first, or fourth, or whatever that was. But I do have a really, really good one ready that is hilarious. Okay, so let's think here. Matt's friend. Here it is. Okay. Matt has submitted his friend, or actually, it's a nephew. We're pranking Matt's nephew, Ryan, who we will be calling Philip in the call because that is Ryan's legal name. And I'm going to be calling from Ryan. Philip is trying to get his motorcycle license right now. And I'm going to be calling from the. Let me digest this. Actually, I'm talking and I haven't even fully processed this. Let me process this and then I'll tell you what we're doing. Matt, you're so mean. This one's not mean, but it is. I mean, all pranks are kind of mean. This one's not too mean. Okay, so we're going to be calling, it sounds like, from the Middle Tennessee Motorcycle Company. And they issue motorcycle courses for learning to safely ride a motorcycle before you get your license. We're going to be calling. I'm going to call as Gerald not Gerald this time. This will be the meek guy. What's his name? Kerry Ingalls. We're going to be calling as Kerry Ingalls and regret to inform him that we've discovered some driving irregularities. He has too many points for the standard motorcycle course, and he's going to have to solve this, or the solution will be really expensive. His license will be really expensive. And I'm going to try to keep this vague because there are some outliers, there are some mysteries still, even within this information. But we have some dumb solutions we can try to offer him that will just make no sense. And we're going to see how long we can keep him going. Okay. Hey Matt, if you're it looks like you're still watching. You've called this company Mid-10 Motorcycle. Is that literally how they pronounce it, or is that an abbreviation? Should I call it Middle Tennessee Motorcycle, or should I call it Mid-10 Motorcycle? Waiting for an answer from Matt. Give us a second, chat. This will be important. I can't call with using the wrong company name. I mean, I see it online as Mid-10 Motorcycle, but I wonder if they call it that. Or if they call it Middle Tennessee Motorcycle. I'm going to go with mid-10. I'm not going to wait around on an answer. Mid-10 motorcycle. Here we go. I'm going to go with mid-10 motorcycle educational center. That's what it says on their website. That seems good enough. Here we go. Also, I just thought of something else. I'm going to need a Tennessee number for this, or it won't make sense. Stand by to let me change this number over. Boy. Probably T-minus 1 minute till I'm ready for this call. Okay. Got the number. Now I'm got a couple more buttons to press to set this up. The lengths I'm going to be a regular jackass. Okay, I think it's ready. Let me confirm the number's working. And just like that, I have a Tennessee number I can call from. Look at that magic. Okay, here we go. We are going to be calling, again, Philip about his motorcycle course. And we're going to give him some very bad news.
Please leave your message for
Oh, his phone's off. After all that, give me a break. His phone's off. Let's see. Maybe it's just in a bad area. Call him back. I'm going to call him right back. There we go. No answer. Gonna give it 5 seconds, and we'll call back. Okay. Trying the second time. We're coming for you, Philip. If that is your real name. Okay, gonna try a third time. Sometimes third time's the charm. Sometimes the third time's the charm. How does that make sense? It does make sense. Watch.
Please leave your message for...
Okay. I'm gonna try him another time. Matt, sorry to let you down, buddy. I don't know what else to do. I'm going to let him off the hook. I'm going to add him to our prank campaign list, and we'll get him next week. That means if you keep up your promise of 1 prank submission per week, next week you'll get 2 pranks. That's what that means. If they're assuming I'm assuming they're all going to be top-notch submissions and that we can't avoid. So Deanna Cribbs saying we need prank campaign merch. That's actually a great idea. That's a great idea. Okay, next we've got a really, really funny one. This one's hilarious. Give me a second to pull it up. This one's complicated, so just give me a second to digest before I tell you what we're going to do. Helps me to sit here in silence for a second. This is so ridiculous. Goodness gracious. For those who are just joining, I'm taking a second to digest a prank submission. This is a prank stream. We're prank calling your friends. I've never actually seen anyone do this live before, so I'm not sure if there are examples of that. But this is there's a lot of sitting around here because we're live streaming it, so you guys can see what goes into pranking your friends. Right now, I'm seeing some questions about what's going on. Nothing's going on right now. I'm just reading some prank material, and we're about to get into a prank call. If you're just joining, that's what's going on. This one's complicated, so I'm just digesting. Okay, here's what's going on. This one is admittedly absurd. I try to structure a prank in ways where people should have every reason to believe it's a prank, but make it just believable enough that they stick around and hear what we have to say. So with that being said, I don't know how far across the line I've gone with believability here. The jig might be up from the start. Of course, that's always a possibility with pranking people. But I'm going to be calling a man named Gabriel. Gabriel was set up by his friend Nick. And Gabriel lives in an apartment complex that his family owns. And they have a neighbor, an older gentleman who's retired and kind of a problematic neighbor that has been mooching off of Gabriel's Wi-Fi for a long time, and this guy is like a total problematic tenant. Like, is always late on his rent, is literally mooching his landlord's Wi-Fi, and so I thought it'd be funny to call, and I'm gonna be calling as Stuart Fox. Stuart Fox. It's kind of my like uptight, nerdy lawyer guy. And I'm going to be calling, he's not a lawyer in this case. In this case, he's calling from the Net Neutrality Foundation, which doesn't even exist, obviously. But we're going to see if we can get him to believe a Net Neutrality Foundation exists. And we're going to try to ask him if he's aware of some unusual browsing activity on his home network, and if he can provide any information. We're going to see if we can get him to admit that he's got a pesky tenant living in his apartment complex who has been mooching off of his Wi-Fi. And we're gonna claim that this guy has been researching some very odd things. So we're gonna just see what happens here. Give me 1 second. I need to run upstairs and grab something, and then we're gonna get right into this call. Thanks for your patience on these prank streams. No, there's a lot of boredom, but this has actually been a great stream so far. We're gonna get some good material here. Okay. All right. Moment of truth. I've been scheming this one for a little bit of time, trying to figure out the right angle. So I'm a little eager to get into this one. So dumb. Okay, we are dialing now, making sure I've got the right number put in place. I do. Here we go. Voicemail. We're going to get Senor Gabriel. We're going to call him back. Dialing again. Goodness. Is he screening the calls? It rings for 20 seconds each time. That's odd. Okay, calling a third time. I'm gonna give it another second. Goodness. All right. That one will be a really good one. We're adding that to the campaign list. Okay. Fear not. We have another one in reserves. Oh, he's calling back. Gabriel is calling back. I'm going to answer. Oh, I should have answered that. I'm going to call him back.
Hello?
Hello, is this Gabriel?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, well, this is Stuart Fox with the Net Neutrality Foundation. Do you have a minute to discuss some unusual browsing activity we've discovered on your local home network?
Yes, sure.
We, your history is not anything out of the ordinary, but in the recent months, there has been all kinds of strange search queries, and I'm wondering if you are able to provide any information on why this may be, and if you're aware of these things.
Mm-hmm. No, I accidentally let my friend borrow my laptop, my friend Nick Everlin, so he always searches up like weird stuff, like furry stuff, you know, like you are, I don't even have to say it.
I'm not sure what a furry is. We've seen some search queries for.
There's a whole category for it.
I see. We've got some search queries about crossbreeding rodents and rabbits, and the incendiary properties of cornstarch, and whether Donald J. Trump was the actual winner of the 2020 presidential election, which we find concerning.
You can't blame me for my curiosity.
Excuse me?
You can't blame me for my curiosity.
So you are admittedly searching for such things.
Oh, each of those things, yeah.
I see.
You have a problem with that?
Well, it seems like you're onto our joke, so I'm going to let this one up. Did somebody tip you off about this prank call?
Nope. I had my phone on Do Not Disturb. I saw 6 calls from a New York number, and I called it back. It said anonymous call, so I figured it'd be some sort of prank if I got another call again.
Oh, got it. Okay, so it forwarded to the anonymous live thing. This is your buddy. Yep. Your buddy put you up to this. This is you're on a prank stream talking to Julian Smith. Your buddy who put you up to this.
Oh my gosh.
Your buddy
Julian, I love you. I love your videos.
Your buddy Nick put you up to this. So we had a great prank lined up for you, but you just didn't take the bait. I figured there'd be a chance of that. You're a smart cookie, I guess.
Say I love your videos. I've been watching them since I was like 13 or 14, and I'm 22 now. So
wow. Well,
thank you for what you do.
Thanks for the support. I appreciate that. Thanks for being a good sport. Take care, and
anytime.
Keep up the curiosity. I like it.
I will. Thank you, Julian.
Take care. All right. That one was going to be a good one. If the guy hadn't been so smart. Okay. Okay, we've got another good one in reserves here. We're going to be going for about another hour today. We'll wrap down around 5. This one, give me a second to pull it up. We are pranking Christopher. Christopher was set up by his friend Dale. Christopher recently placed a large furniture order at Big Lots, a large furniture set. It was delayed for months before finally getting a refund and never receiving any of it. So they must have gotten back ordered or, supply chain issues or something. So he never got his furniture and they just issued him a refund. So I'm going to be telling him that I'm going to be calling him from Big Lots as Kerry Ingalls to inform him that his furniture was just delivered just now, and it was delivered to his old apartment because he moved since this happened. He's moved since then. So it's been delivered to his old apartment just now. We're at his old house, and we need him to answer the door, and we need him to pay for it. Now, here's some things that might go wrong with this. I don't have his address, and even if I did, it would be really complicated to work that into a prank while respecting this person's privacy and identity. So this will either work or it won't, is my point. But we're gonna see. I don't expect this one to be a long prank, but I just think this is funny. We'll see what happens. I think the least believable part of this prank is that Big Lots would have a call center in New York, but we're going to see if we can get him to believe it. This is so ridiculous. Oh boy. Okay, I think we're ready. I didn't realize that all these different numbers I'm using for pranks forward to the anonymous live voicemail if someone calls back. I got to figure that out. That's that could create some issues. Okay. One of our old prank victims is calling back, the one Matt suggested. Matt, are you still in the chat? Ryan is trying to call me. If I see you in the chat, we'll call him back after this. What is going on? I'm trying to dial, but it's not ringing. Okay, Matt's here. We're going to try Ryan back.
Please leave your message.
Okay. It's going straight to voicemail again.
Hello.
Hello, is this Philip?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Philip. This is Kerry Ingalls calling from the Mid-10 Motorcycle Education Center in Tennessee, badge number 115. I see you just tried to return my call a moment ago. Is now a bad time to discuss your upcoming course?
No, you're fine.
I understand you're going to be taking a motorcycle training course June 25 and 26, and we've just discovered some driving irregularities. You have too many points for the standard motorcycle course. This needs to be solved, or your license will become unnecessarily expensive. Is this something you can resolve before your course? And if not, we can discuss some solutions that may be suitable.
What points are on? There shouldn't be any points on my.
You're saying there are no points?
Yeah, there shouldn't be any.
No, that's not what we're seeing here. So unless there's some mix-up or somebody is using your identity, maybe driving around with your light. I don't know how that could be. This could get very expensive if you try to come in on the 25th and 26th, is my only point.
Why is that? I mean, what's very expensive? What's your...
I mean, depending on the mix-up, it could be as much as $2,000. I'm not sure if that's an issue for you, if you were prepared to pay that. There's no issue at all. But some people find that in this situation to be a bit excessive.
Okay.
You can still do the course. To be very clear, you can still come to do the course. You just can't do it on your motorcycle. You have to do it. You could do it in a car. We could recreate the course while you're in a car, and you could still pass the course driving a car in the same way. You would need to still, of course, come prepared with your all of your motorcycle gear, your helmet, your elbow pads, knee pads, etc. Is that something you could consider?
I don't understand what points are on there. Where are you seeing that, and what has caused those?
I can't say what's caused the points. I just see that there are points. It sounds like we're both confused about that.
Mm-hmm.
You also could...
where are you pulling this from? Where can I check on that?
It's just in our database. There are other outlets for you to check that yourself. We have our own database. It is an accurate database. I'm not sure what you see when you look this up on your own means. But again, we're still not out of solutions. I could keep providing solutions if you'd like.
Okay. What other solutions? What you got?
Alternatively, you could take an extended course in Arkansas, in the Texarkana area. I know you're looking for passing here in Tennessee, so that might not be feasible for you, but you could go to Texarkana and get passed there. They have much less strict standards there than here, so if that's something you wanted to consider, you could travel there and pass there. The only rule is that you couldn't drive your motorcycle there, of course, because that's the whole point. That's why you want to take the course. But you could drive it back. You could maybe take the motorcycle on a trailer, and then once you pass, you could drive it back here.
Okay. What other options?
That's about it, I'm afraid. I mean, there are less satisfying solutions I could mention, but I don't sense that you're very pleased.
Well, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't have any tickets or anything. I had one accident 3 years ago, and that was it. I mean, I've already gone through my insurance. They haven't said anything about it. I have insurance already set up. I mean, I see absolutely nothing that should be making that pop up.
Well, some insurance reports are not very thorough. There's a lot of bad insurance out there, and this is a capitalistic society, of course. People have their reasons for reporting or not reporting certain points.
Okay, but I still have no tickets, no accidents, no nothing, so there's no reason I should have any points. I had one accident 3 years ago, which should not give me enough points to make me not able to do anything.
Do you keep all copies of your license under lock and key?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? I don't see how else that could be the case.
Well, neither do I.
There's only one other thing I can think of. You're being pranked. You've been set up by Matt Gilbert. You're being pranked by Julian Smith. You're on a prank live stream. Your motorcycle course is fine. Matt thought this would be funny.
All right. That's all. I was just confused. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah, of course. That's kind of what we try to do. You're on a live stream right now. We try to confuse people. Well, best of luck with your motorcycle thing, Matt. If there's anything you want to say to Matt, he is listening right now. You want to say anything to Matt?
Hey, Matt. I hadn't heard from you in a while.
Oh, goodness. That's amazing. Good luck with your course, and keep up the excellent driving, sir.
All right. I appreciate it.
Take care. Okay, we got Ryan. That was pretty good. It just makes no sense. That's the point.
Okay, now we got to get back to this problematic Big Lots order. This is a real problem, guys. I'm seeing that from Brian Cook. We are all tapped out for submissions on today's stream, but by all means, submit, make a submission today, and we'll consider it for the next stream we do. So no bad time to submit, in other words. But we have everything we need for today. It takes a lot of time to actually go through these and determine the good ones, separate the wheat from the chaff. So I'm not doing any like on the fly, in other words. These are all things I've gone through and kind of set up some jokes for, some angles. Okay, now we're calling Chris about his problematic Big Lots order. Again, this person was set up by Dale.
Your call has been...
We're getting screened, guys. Doesn't he want to know his furniture's waiting for him? Wouldn't he like to know that? Let's try him again.
Your call has been...
He really doesn't want to talk to Carrie Ingalls. He just hasn't met Carrie Ingalls yet. Gonna give it one more second. All right, here we go. Third time.
Hello?
Hello, is this Christopher?
Who's calling?
This is Carrie Ingalls, badge number 115, calling from the Big Lots call center in Nashville, Tennessee.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm calling to inform you that your back-ordered furniture delivery has just been delivered to your apartment in Williamsburg Apartments Complex, and we need to have your updated payment information.
Oh, we got a refund on it.
I'm sorry?
We ended up getting a refund on that furniture.
A refund? Well, I don't know what to tell you. We just delivered it to your apartment at Williamsburg Apartments. Did you not see it?
We don't even live at that apartment anymore.
My goodness. Well,
yeah. Is there a way to have it re-delivered to a different home?
The paperwork has already been signed. It was received and signed for. I've never heard of a situation like this.
Somebody received it and signed for it, is what you're telling me?
I'm afraid so.
Yeah, we canceled that furniture like maybe 2 months ago. Hold on, my wife's here too. They're telling me that our furniture is still delivered today to the Williamsburg apartment, and somebody signed for it. Yeah, no, we got a refund on that furniture about 2 or 3 months ago.
You saying you canceled the order? Are you? Do you have proof of this cancellation?
I think we might have a receipt for the cancellation, but I don't know if we kept it. I don't think we did. What is the name on the signed paperwork? Can you tell me?
It's your name. This is Christopher, correct?
It's my name? I wasn't even there today.
No, we moved out.
No, it's your name on the order.
Yeah, it's my name on the order, but you said somebody signed for the paperwork today and picked it up, correct?
That's correct. You would be surprised how unlegible certain signatures are. So you could understand how this mix-up may have taken place. I'm very sorry for this mix-up. I'm not seeing proof of cancellation here in this system.
Okay, well, here's the thing. We canceled it. However, now that we're moved, I'm okay to open it back up, but you guys are going to have to deliver that to our home in Columbus. I never signed for any of this. This is complete news to me.
I'm getting a little shaken up. I don't know what my supervisor is going to say about this. I'm sorry, sir. This is never happened before, and my reputation is on the line, and I'm wondering if there's anything you can do to work with me to resolve this.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to upset you. I can work with you absolutely, but we canceled the order 2 or 3 months ago.
2 or 3 months ago?
Yeah.
You didn't even get a phone call.
I don't know how we're
Can you
going
hear
to.
me?
I don't know what we're going to do about this. I mean, it was a fairly large order. I can't take it back out of the other apartment. That would be illegal.
So it was delivered to the apartment. Where was it delivered? Outside of the apartment?
So you've moved, is what I'm hearing. You're no longer there.
Yeah, we moved. We canceled the order about 2 or 3 months ago, and we moved.
We canceled the order just because it was such a long.
How about this? If you want me to work with you, I can call the Big Lots here in Columbus, and I will get some confirmation on.
No, please don't. I might lose my job. Please don't do that.
Well,
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault at all.
It is
This
my
isn't
fault.
your fault.
It's all my fault.
I'm sorry. What's your name? I'm gonna make sure you get a good review. What's your name?
Carrie Ingalls, badge number 115.
Okay. Why don't you talk to me, Carrie? What's going on with your job?
My boss might fire me.
Can I ask you why?
I'm not very good at my job, it seems. Maybe I should just quit.
Well, I don't think that this situation that we're getting into has anything to do with you being good or bad at your job. I think that what we can do is I can call Big Lots. I can ask them to have it redelivered. How does that sound?
Please don't do that.
Well, what do you suggest we do?
I'm gonna quit my job. This is the last call I'm making.
No, can you explain to us exactly what happened when you dropped the couch off? Can you tell me what the person looked like that you spoke to? Like, what room you went to exactly? Can you remember any of that?
What happened is Dale Patch set you up, and you're on a prank call live stream with Julian Smith. What?
Dale, I swear to God.
Oh my God, that was so good.
Dale, can you hear me?
I'm sure he's watching.
Dude, fuck all of you.
Oh man.
I thought this guy was gonna commit suicide over the phone. I was like, okay, I'll calm down.
You guys are so sweet, and I'm totally the ass here. I don't know if you know who I am, but your buddy thought this would be funny.
My name's Julian Smith, and your buddy's a fan, and he thought this would be really funny. I hope I didn't get you guys too upset. That was.
Oh, we are fucking upset, and I hope you kill yourself.
Wait, are you serious?
That's hilarious.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Julian.
Okay, great. You had me worried for a second. I don't want to make anybody upset. I just, yeah. You guys are really sweet. You guys were really caring about Carrie Ingalls, and it's hard to care about Carrie Ingalls. That's why his name's Carrie.
Yeah. That's funny. Is Dale with you?
No, he's not, but he might be in the chat. Dale, are you in the chat? We're live streaming now. He thought this would be a funny submission, and you guys were this was by far the funniest one, in my opinion, that we've ever done. You guys were so nice. That's what made it so good.
Well, I was going to try to work with you. I was like, okay, I don't want him to lose his job. He sounds genuinely upset. I've never dealt with somebody like this over the phone. So, I mean, but at the same time, like, we got to make sure we're straight and everything. Yeah.
When Dale sent this in, I was like, this is way too perfect. We cannot take advantage of the fact that you guys just moved and had this Big Lots order get canceled. And it was all to his credit. This prank was his idea. Carrie Ingalls was just the one to pull it off.
That is amazing. I'm gonna call Dale here in a little bit and complain big time.
Please just don't call Big Lots, whatever you do, for the love of God.
I'm not gonna call Big Lots. Fuck Big Lots. They had my order delivered way too late.
That's so funny. Thanks for being good sports, and don't kill Dale. He seems like a cool guy.
Dale is an amazing friend. All right. Well,
thanks for being good sports.
I'm going to get off here for now.
Take care.
I kind of need a drink just after this situation. It definitely made my night. So
have a good one. Take care. Maybe consider Ashley Furniture next time. All right. I ended the call. Okay, so that one is going to be hard to top. That one was so good. We've been waiting for a good moment for Carrie to cry during a call. It's never been the right time. It won't be the last time either. It works really well because his voice is like always on the verge of tears. Okay, man, I'm a little worked up from that one. That one took a lot out of me. Give me a second to come back down to earth and find the next prank. We probably have time for one or two more. Oh, man, there's so many good ones in here that we're not going to get to. Oh, man, there's so many good ones left. I'm going to put it up to the chat, okay? You guys pick the next one based on these prank themes, okay? You guys get to pick the next one. I have dog daycare complaint. I have nursing home complaint. That one, the nursing home complaint one, doesn't sound very funny by the topic title, but it would be a good one. It would be Gerald Pritchard calling to complain that his aunt Ethel is not being allowed to watch her nightly Wheel of Fortune for some reason. And I'm calling the head of the company. I have the head of the company's number, and we would be calling as Gerald Pritchard to complain that Aunt Ethel can't get her Wheel of Fortune and what's up, and pick a fight with this guy. So that would be that one. I've also got Gerald Pritchard calls his neighbor to complain that his arrow broke his mother's urn and the ashes are leaking out into the ground. Maybe is that one too much? I don't know. But there's a guy that is learning archery and firing arrows aimlessly into his neighbor's yards, and so it would be an easy one. We've got the arrow broke mother's urn prank. We've got a funny situation where there's these rival rock climbers who one of them is a reportedly pretty good rock climber and the other one is not, but the not good one has written a book about rock climbing and is seeking a review from the good one, and the good one is really upset about it. This one's hard to explain, but basically, like, I'd be calling to get a book review from a guy that doesn't like me. That one was funny. I've got a really weird one that's probably not... I think this one might be too much work for today, but I've got a funny one about a stolen Les Paul that someone's been looking for. A Les Paul is a guitar. There's this vintage Les Paul guitar that was stolen like 20 years ago, and this guy is still looking for it. He's like on an investigation. So I could be calling, reporting I've got the guitar, and I bought it from a pawn shop. This guitar this guy's been looking for 20 years. That one might actually be mean, but I don't think I'm calling the guy that actually lost the guitar. So I think I'm calling his brother or something. We've got a Comi-con policy change where some guys are going to Comi-con, and they would be learning through Carrie Ingalls that there is now a charge to dress up in costume, and the costumes have different costs, and they were going to go dress up as some characters, and we were going to say that the cost for dress, there's now an added cost to dress up as each character, depending on which character you're using. And then we've got a quail breeder. Yes, I just said quail breeder that we could prank, because he just sold an order of quail where he sold like 30 quail or something. And I would be Gerald Pritchard complaining about the low quality of these quails. So, which one do you guys want to see? I'm with Luke from the chat that more Gerald would be fun on this one. We haven't done much Gerald. I'm looking at the chat for what you guys want to see. Again, we've got doggy daycare complaint. Put this in the chat. Doggy daycare complaint, nursing home complaint, Arrow broke mother's urn, rock climbing book review, stolen Les Paul, Comi-Con policy change, or low quality quail sale. Put in your votes. I'll do whatever the majority tells me to do. Maximum Relaxium, I see your comment about wanting to help with organizing the pranks. You could reach out to a mod in our Discord server to get more specific about, or you could DM me in the Discord server. It's just called the Anonymous Live Discord server. If you're interested, that'd be the best way. It's just reach out to me there. Man, there's some division in the chat. Comi-Con. A lot of people want to see the Comi-Con one. It looks like it's divided between the Arrow and the Comi-Con. We're going to go with Arrow because the Arrows is Gerald Pritchard, and the Comi-Con one would be more Carrie Ingalls. We're going with Arrows. Give me a second to digest this. Oh my gosh, I still can't believe that last one. That was absolute gold. They walked right into it. Yeah, I don't think that guy was serious about me killing myself. I'm seeing people say that in the chat. I think he was just he was interjecting. he had a good sense of humor. He thought it was funny. Okay, so this one's trickier than I realized. It looks like there's no answer on whether this guy still lives with his parents. He's an adult, he's 18, but he might still live at home, which would make that complicated. Also, Gerald threatening to beat up an 18-year-old is kind of mean. I guess Gerald could ask if he's old enough to be in a fight. That's probably what I'll ask. I'm just saying this one might not go well because he's on the younger side. Nikki, I see your comment about it sounds like it's your husband at the nursing home. We will try to get to that one today. Maybe we'll do that one next. Will your husband be okay if I threaten to beat him up over my aunt not being able to watch Wheel of Fortune? Am I going to traumatize your husband if I do that, or can he handle it? Okay, here we go. We're calling Max. Max is the aspiring archer. He's an archer in training, I guess, and he's got some questionable aim with the bow and arrow. Okay, I see that, Nikki. I'll verify we're talking about the same person after I do this call. Okay, here we go. I have no idea how this is going to go. Dealing with some limited context on this one.
I'm sorry, but the person you called...
Huh. All right, try it again.
I'm sorry.
Their voicemail box has not been set up. Let's try again.
Sorry.
Okay, we're going to call one more time because the first time it didn't ring at all. Okay, we're not going to get to it. Let's do the nursing home one. That one's going to be funny, and it's Gerald. And we've got the, yeah, yep. That's we've got Nicole in the chat who submitted this one, and she's been waiting for us to prank her husband because she wants him to watch these prank streams with her. We can do that, and it's a good prank. This guy, now Nicole, will he be I actually, I'm not even going to ask this question. I'm just going to protect his identity. Actually, wait, no, this is a good question. Is this phone number you've given us his personal phone number, or is it like a desk phone of some kind? If I call this number, am I going to get a greeting with like the company name and a directory, or is it like his personal cell phone? Holding for answer on this. This determines if I censor the mics when I call. Because if I'm calling a business, I try to censor the mics while the call's being established to protect the person's identity. Thank you for that super chat, Soul Z. Nicole is saying I should avoid giving the name of the patient, but I don't know how to do that because actually, yeah, I do know how to do that. Okay, thanks for that information, Nicole. I'll just keep it vague. I'll tell him I'm not going to disclose my aunt's name yet until I get some kind of agreement from him. I'm just going to push him around. Give me a second to digest this. This may be the last one of the day. Wow, when I yawn, it sounds like Carrie Ingalls. It looks like I've missed a super chat. Project here. I did not see that. I'm really sorry. I'm really spread thin on these. Scroll up and see if I can find it. Nope. It's gone now. I'm really sorry if I've missed a super chat from anyone. I try to call them all out, but I am looking at multiple things here. So it's very possible I missed one or two earlier. Okay, here we go. We are calling Joel. Joel was set up by Nicole. Nicole is in the chat watching. Joel runs a nursing and rehabilitation center, and he's the administrator, so he's like one of the top dogs. And I'm really upset my aunt has been denied her nightly Wheel of Fortune. We're going to push Joel's buttons here. Thank you, Soulzy, for that other super chat. You guys are awesome. Okay, here we go. Getting the number. Got a good feeling about this one. trying again. Don't say anything to him, Nicole. We'll get him. Don't let him know. Don't give the jig up on us. Patience is key. All right. Third time's a charm. What a bummer. All right. I will move Joel's case to the prank archive. We will get him. Don't, Nicole, if you're still watching, don't mention anything to him. I'll just try him again from the same number next time we do this. We will get him. That'll be the best way. Okay, we got to find one more. Let's do the Comi-con one. I really wanted to get a good Gerald Pritchard kind of situation going on. You know, I'm really kind of nervous that Joel, the guy we just tried to prank, is going to call back and get forwarded to the anonymous live voicemail, and that our jig will be given up. So I'm going to discontinue that number so that it doesn't bite us in the ass later. Give me a second to do that. Okay, that number has been, almost. It's almost toast. Okay. Oh. Okay. We got rid of that number. Covering our tracks. Back to the Comic-Con prank. I would make an excellent detective. Okay, we're calling Granton. Granton was set up by Joshua. They're brothers. Granton and Joshua are going to Comic-Con together, and they both plan. They have some cosplay plans. They're going to cosplay, and they're going to learn that let's see, who is the company these tickets are through? Okay. And I'm going to change my caller ID for this number so that it shows up on his phone as Ticketmaster. Because apparently that is who they bought the tickets through. Actually, it suggests that I do that, but let me see something. Doing a little more research. Okay, when I go to this website, it does not say the tickets are through Ticketmaster. The tickets are through a company called ShowClicks. So I need to make a note of that. That information could have busted the prank. I'm saying that to whoever set this person up. ShowClicks. Okay, it's not Ticketmaster. So let me change the name to ShowClicks. Again, this is all the stuff that should be edited out, but you're just watching it happen. Watch us get all this set up and then no one answers. I bet they will. It's gonna say ShowClicks on their phone when I call. I'm just confirming I've set that up. Yep, looks like it should work. Okay, I think we're ready for this one. This is going to be Carrie Ingalls, the ultimate deliverer of bad news. Okay, Granton, we are coming after you. Giving it a second and calling it again. And just as a reminder, this will be the last prank today, whether or not we get an answer here. I do have to run. It's about that time now, but we're going to see what we can get into here. Okay, one more time.
Oh,
Hello, Granton.
yes.
Hello, this is Kerry Ingalls calling from Show Clicks, badge number 115, about your upcoming trip to the Emerald City Comi-con. Do you have a moment to discuss some changes to our policies?
Sure.
So I'm seeing here that you have a base ticket, the basic ticket, and I'm noticing that you don't have any current cosplay pass, and I'm wondering if you have plans to cosplay at the event.
I do, yes.
I'm calling to inform you that due to a recent policy change, we will be requiring all guests who wish to cosplay at the event to obtain a cosplay pass. It depends on the cost for the cosplay pass does depend on which character you're trying to cosplay as. So I can give you a price list if you have a moment to discuss this.
Sure.
So it sounds like you are interested in a cosplay pass, and you understand that it is an added cost.
Yeah.
So we have a list of characters and cosplay ideas available on our website. It does depend on the franchise they come from and who owns them, of course. This is a licensing thing, ultimately. Marvel, DC characters could be on the cheaper side, roughly $20 per day, whereas Star Trek and Star Wars cosplaying would be a bit more expensive due to it being a bigger franchise. So those passes go for $50 a day, and again, that is per day. You also, there are some for various anime and video game characters. These passes would be going for around $100 a day, depending on which anime character. Have you planned on cosplaying, and do you have an idea of which character you plan to go as? Hello?
Give me 2 seconds.
No problem.
Is there a website? You said there's a website for this?
Yes, if you go to the Emerald City Comic-Con website, you should be able to find the information. It sounds like you're trying to decide which character you'd like to cosplay as. I'm sorry, I thought you stepped away from the phone. Do you have a plan to dress up as a particular character?
I'm just trying to
find the information about this cosplay pass because I was not aware.
Well, I'm trying to give it to you. Is there some
No,
confusion?
like online, so I can verify it for myself.
I see. Very thorough. We could offer you a subscription discount over the phone. If you were to plan to come next year, for example. I'm not sure if you have plans to come again next year, but we do offer discounts for repeat visits on a subscription. Are you still with me, sir?
Are you a real person?
Of course, I'm not understanding the question. Of course, I'm a real person. I'm Gary Ingalls, badge number 115 from ShowClicks. And also, you've been set up by your brother Joshua for a prank with Julian Smith. You're on a live stream right now with Julian Smith.
Fair play. Fair play to him. Fair play to him.
I couldn't let
Like,
it.
what is going on here?
You're
This
too
doesn't
thorough.
make any sense.
You're too thorough. You were like Googling it and stuff, man. That's pretty impressive. You were
Yeah,
like, you were
but
not
I
going
was
to
like,
take it
hold
from
up,
me.
hold up.
Yeah, your brother thought this would be funny. It sounds like you weren't having it for 1 second, but so I just gave it up. But
I mean, it's funny after the fact, but yeah.
Well, thanks for being a good sport. Again, you're on a live stream right now. If there's anything you want to say to your brother, he might be watching. Is there anything you want to say to him?
Thanks, Josh.
Enjoy your trip. Safe travels. Take care.
Okay,
Thanks for being a good sport. My goodness. Today, we had some epic prank calls. My gosh, I don't think there's ever been a better prank stream. I think this is the best one by far. I mean, I think there were 3 solid pranks in this one. Those all will be cut out eventually and released as separate videos, so they're easier to find. But thanks to everyone who submitted your friends. Thanks for being a questionable friend, and thanks for sticking around through all the silence in between the calls. If you want to submit your friend for a prank, the link is in the description. Be thorough with your submissions so that we can actually pull off a good prank. The information you provide really does make a difference. So be thorough. And thank you for that super chat. I can't read your name, unfortunately. It's I think it says "hey" in some language I don't recognize, in some foreign alphabet of some kind. Sorry, I'm not good at. I'm not a linguistic expert. I can't tell you what I'm looking at here. Maybe it's just a bunch of symbols. But thank you for the super chat. And don't miss tomorrow night, Anonymous Live, 9 p.m. And just a quick reminder that this weekend, my streaming schedule will be possibly interrupted either on Sunday or Tuesday. There's a good chance Sunday or Tuesday there may not be a stream for Anonymous Live. So keep your eyes peeled on the community page here on my channel for an update on that. I will be traveling, and these streams take a lot of equipment, so I'll be streaming at least one time while I'm traveling with a very limited setup. So bear with me as I get through some traveling that needs to be done. And I will see you guys tomorrow night for Anonymous Live at 9 p.m. Central. Take care. Thanks again.